This is Priscilla Batzell in Spring Hill, Florida at Expressionist Art Studio Gallery with a 16 by 16 inch tile with my new piece of silicone mat over the top, which is probably completely useless. I'm not sure about that yet. This is some Mead and White paint I'm going to use as a base layer. And I want to play with some cell activators. And normally I would just do this without you, but since I'm here and it's the end of my day, and I have a bunch of new colors that I mixed up from Primary Elements and from Prizm pours from Colourarte. Hey, the coupon code is below the video, and it's 20% off. This turntable does have a tendency to spin. It was quite the investment, and I wouldn't necessarily recommend it yet. There may come a point in time when I discover why I should, but otherwise the cheap ones work just as well. So my intention is just to put down some colors I like, make that go over the edge, with my fairly decent base layer, which I really don't want to be too heavy, because if it winds up too heavy then it interrupts the colors. I'm going to leave that aside, and I'm going to block this with something, and I'm going to use my Sea Dancer, which is a primary element, which is gorgeous. Let's see if I can make this stop spinning some other way. Anyway, so I'm going to just add a few things together that I like the look of and see what happens when I combine them. This is Boysenberry and Ginger flower. That's also primary elements. This is, no, I'm not going to grab that yet. What do I have? I have Passion, which is a primary element also. And I'm going to throw some Big Apple with Orange Crush, which are both Prizm pours, in right there. And then go back and add some New Indian Spice, which is Prizm pour. And it's from the new Ancient Metals. Who knows where this is going to go? Doesn't really matter to me right now. I just want to practice. So let me grab a little bit of cell activator. Yes, the turntable will continue to turn. And I have a fairly large palette knife. And I think I'm going to spare myself. They're worth this. I have black and white cell activator from Amsterdam. I should have left that right there. I'll leave this right here and hope that helps. How about right there? I'll just switch back to the other ones shortly. I'm going to use some of that Aussie Floetrol with Amsterdam black and the Aussie Floetrol with Amsterdam white. Now generally I would use these colors for a bloom effect, but I'm not doing a bloom, and I just want to have some fun right now. I'm going to wipe that palette knife off so it'll be ready for whatever I decide next. And I'm going to try and keep this thing from spinning. So I love the Sea Dancer, but I don't see enough of it. So I'm going to use some more of that, and I think with that primary element, I'm going to use another primary element, which is Boysenberry. And I want a Prizm pour, which is called Dark Waters, which I need to use up and haven't shaken today. Oh, that's gorgeous. And I have something called Blue Flame. Where are you, Blue Flame? Whoops. Knocking my bottles over. I have Azure Moon. Azure Moon looks great. That's primary element also. That's fantastic. And I think I'm going to go, I don't want the red. I think I'm going to stick with the Passion. I might even go in two different directions. I like the orange, so I'm going to put a little bit more of that there. And the Indian spice is just so gorgeous. I like the black and the white together for cell activator. But I'm going to put the white down first this time. I could be using a much larger paddle, and if I were using a larger canvas, I would probably do that. Let's get this break out of the way and the rest of these bottles. And I could wipe that off, but I'll wait a moment. I think what I want to do is grab a smaller tool and put some of the black on it. This is one of my little acetate tools. Ask me and I'll give you the video. I have 2 videos about mixing and at least one about acetate tools, and probably some other tools also. They're on a playlist, along with lots of other playlists. I have lots of playlists. They're on my channel. You can find them by going to all playlists, created playlists. You'll find over 2,500 choices there. Make sure there's no paint chips, which it looks like there's a bunch of them. Let's just drag some colors. Those colors dragged a lot better than I expected them to. I tend to be heavy-handed when it comes to adding my my primary elements powders. I'm going to tip this because I can, like I thought I was. It's getting kind of dark in here today. Looks like I'm going to give up my negative space. But I've got really, really pretty colors. I didn't put any paint on my edges. If I were using a larger canvas, I would probably do so. But whatever paint comes off as I tip, it's going to get used on my edges to cover them. I'll just add a few spirals, because that's occasionally my signature, but I think a lot of people's signature are spirals. It's not left to just me. So that was fun, and that's what I needed it to be, fun and experimental. And after you're gone, I will probably touch up my edges for quite a while, because it looks like they could use it. In the meantime, I better break this, add a break. Add a few more spirals, never hurt anybody. So that's just a nice, that's sort of like a little sketch. I love you guys. I hope you check out my link tree under the video. You find Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, Facebook groups. I think you'll find my Amazon link, where you can also locate my website. Thinking about a new website, actually. If I can ever help you guys with any questions, please feel free to ask me. I wish that was brighter. I have a light, but I think I left it in the wrong position. Because when I bring it in the right position, it has a tremendous reflection on my work. I'm going to quick like a bunny. Be very, very happy with the way my colors and my cells turned out. And as far as something that amuses me goes, and amuses other people, I'm hoping that works for both of us. That Indian spice in there is tremendous. I'm going to try and shimmer this at you, because I suspect it is extremely shimmerable. Is that a word? Let's go for it. That reminds me of a clownfish up there, that gold and the orange. Oh, and it just shut itself off. I don't like it when it does that. Beautiful, 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 beautiful. Ha! Very viney. My little spirals are working well. All right, so I love you guys. Whatever I didn't tell you is probably, please share my videos. When you watch them longer, you help me out. If you give me a thumbs up, it makes me love you more. When you leave me comments, it boosts my morale. I do sell my artwork, and my email address is easpb and the word gallery spelled out at gmail.com. I also give lessons at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. I want to move that so it's a little better. Excuse me. Excuse me in my head. And I'm trying to knock over my paint bottles too. Those cells are just expanding and they're gorgeous. Oh, gosh, this turntable is frustrating. There we go. That'll work, sort of, kind of, anyway. All right. Whatever I haven't told you, what have I not told you? I give lessons at the house in Spring Hill, Florida. My community board is a great place to ask a question or see what tomorrow's video will be. My Amazon link has 2 books on it by me. Volume 1 and 2 are Because I Can and Unlimited Possibilities. On the link tree, you'll find Pinterest, Instagram, Twitter links, Facebook group Expressionist Art Studio Gallery Appreciation Group for students. And on the link tree, you're going to find The Gallerist, Society 6, Pixels.com, maybe Fine Art America. I'm not sure. Could even be a Saatchi art link there. Not that I do a whole lot there, but I'm going to torch again, or at least use the pointy end of a skewer and look for some bubbles. These colors are fabulous. I will be using them on something larger very shortly. I love you guys. Hope you come again. I post at 3:15 Eastern Standard Time, and basically any other time I want to if those videos aren't performing well, which has happened a lot lately. So thank you guys who are here for being here. I really appreciate you shopping my links. When you shop my Amazon link, it's at no added cost to you, and it helps me out, and I really appreciate that. Don't forget the 20% off Colourarte coupon code underneath the video, and I am an affiliate, so it will help me if you shop there. Thank you so much for your time. I love you. I'll see you anon. Bye for now. Priscilla out.